Hello everybody, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce myself and welcome you to the museum's summer exhibit, Veterans and Military Families Create. My name is Stewart. I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. I was attached to Attack Squadron 34, stationed out of Naval Air Station Oceana, and our squadron was attached to the USS George Washington. I was a plane captain on the A-6 Intruder attack aircraft. What you're going to see here at the exhibit is some of my artwork. It's a couple of different variations of Gyataku fish printing. It's a kind of an ancient process where fishermen would bring their fish in, and this is, I believe it was Japanese. They would bring their fish in, they would ink the fish, use the fish as the print plate, and do a relief print of that fish, and they would use it as bragging rights to prove that they'd caught this fish. This process really hasn't changed in hundreds of years. So what you do is you go out and you catch your fish, you bring it in, you'll put India ink on that fish, and then you'll put a sheet of really thin paper, sometimes rice paper, sometimes a thin tracing paper, a translucent paper, and you'll lay that down on that fish and do a fish rubbing. There are different variations of the Gyataku fish print. You can do just the basic print, leave it as it is. Another way is you do the fish print, you let the ink dry, and then you paint in the details on the fish to give it a more realistic look. You can actually wash in color with watercolor or wet down acrylic to really bring it to life. So what I've done and what you see here is just I've just kind of painted in some detail on the redfish just to kind of fill in some of the blank spots and to kind of brighten up the outline. On the redfish, I've added a gold leaf around the eye and around the redfish's spot. On the tuna painting, that's kind of a different variation of a Gyataku fish print where I've done the fish rubbing and then I kind of transfer that outline, the exact size of that blackfin tuna, onto a canvas, and then I paint the fish according to the details of the actual fish. So what this painting represents is the actual fish that was caught out in the ocean. The best part about Gyataku is the fish isn't wasted. As soon as you do the fish print, you can wash the fish off, clean the fish, bring it home, and eat the fish. So I don't usually stick to one typical medium. Things come into my head and I work on things and I experiment and I practice. I do a lot of photography, I do acrylic painting, I do my Gyataku, I do watercolor. Any medium that's out there I'll experiment with and play with. I want to thank everybody for coming out and enjoying the exhibit. I also want to thank the museum for giving us veterans a chance to kind of get our work out there and let people see our work. So thanks a lot.